Hello everyone, good morning. I hope everyone is doing fine. Today we are going to do a sequence that will help with anxiety, that will help with opening up hips, that will help with also loosening up back and shoulder stiffness and pain. So also everyone, thank you again for being here. What we're gonna do is your mat, your choice, your body. So if we're in a sequence and you are not comfortable with that, we can make modifications. Or if you just want to be in rest mode, then you can be in the child's pose. Or while you're in child's pose, you're still doing yoga, and you're still a part of the class. So please don't feel like if you can't do a particular pose, or you're tired, or you just want to rest for a moment, that you have to tap out and go sit on the sidelines and go sit in the chair. You do not have to do that. You can still participate by doing child's pose, and I will demonstrate that to everyone in a second. But I just want to, let's just take a moment and then let's set the intention of why we are here today, what you want to accomplish from this practice that we are all together, meeting together to do, and just kind of clear our mind out. I always like to, and when I do my own personal practice, is pray or say an affirmation before I even step on my mat. Because for me, and the reasons why I do yoga is because I want to, there's many other reasons, but just one is I need me time, and I try to take it seriously as a mother, as a wife, work, homeschooling. There's so much going on, COVID, that no matter what you do, you always need time to yourself. Is it to just get a couple breathers in, to clear your mind, for a meal to eat without little kids walking around you, asking for your food? It doesn't matter. We all need that time to ourselves and be able to clear our mind. So I use yoga as a tool to help me clear my mind, try to reground myself after a day, a stressful day, or in the middle of the day or in the morning, and I know I just need that extra mental boost to get me through what I'm going through for the day. Especially for you parents that are doing this remote / homeschool, it's no joke right now. So I'm thankful for the time on my mat. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a couple moments and just ground ourselves, because we're also going to get on the mat, get on the ground, and we're going to kind of just do another just motions of intent and thankfulness and things like that. So, but I just want you to get your feet, on your mat, feel the mat between your toes, and just take a couple deep breaths. In and out. Another one, in and out. And when keep going, but when you're breathing in and out, I want you to take some really deep breaths. I want you to fill your lungs up, hold it for a couple seconds, and then let it out slowly. And just like a deflated balloon. Just slowly. So let's do another one. In. Hold it for a couple seconds. 3, 2, 1, and out. One more. And while you're doing this, go ahead and just kind of move around, kind of get your body warmed up a little bit. Just move around, feel the mat under your toes. Dig into them with a little bit. Dig into the mat with your toes. Kind of just sway your hips a little bit. Move your knees back and forth because we're about to get on the ground and kind of do a little pre-warm up, pre-mental warm up. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Think of deflated balloon. Great. Okay. And I just did that. It's nothing I mean, I guess it is to do with the practice, but I just know everyone's coming from, through traffic or, leaving the house, leaving the kids while they're waking up, you just made breakfast, just got your morning coffee, whatever you did, just left the run or the gym, and just kind of get us in the mode for yoga. I just want us to kind of just leave all of that out the door, and let's just get used to, let's just set our mind into, we're about to do some yoga, we're about to have some me time, we're about to release some stress, we're about to release our mind, muscles, whatever you need to release. So let's go ahead and take a seat on our mat. And I have this jacket on. If you want to put your jacket on or take whatever off, do whatever makes you feel comfortable. I'll probably take this off in a little bit after we get warmed up. It's starting to get cold outside. Florida, to me, cold is, anything that's 70 degrees. So I'm kind of chilly, but that's why I have this hood on. But hoodie on, you can do what you need to do, to keep yourself warm or, cool off. All right, so we're gonna sit at a seated position, a comfortable seat, and I want you to sit up straight, shoulders back, head forward. Just close your eyes. We're still setting the intent and with gratefulness of us being here and to have this space. And thank you for allowing me to be here to hold this space with you. So I appreciate it, and I definitely feel grateful. All right? So you want to take some deep breaths in and out. And while we're sitting here, back straight, shoulders back, head forward, we're going to relax our arms. You can put your arms in your lap. You can put your arms on your knees. You can put your arms and hands on the mat. But let's put our hands open. Let's open our arms. Let's open our hands. Because while we're opening our hands, we're starting to relax our body. If we clench our fists, then we're tensing up. So if we clench our fists, then we're tensing up, and we're also making our brain work and focusing on holding our fist, clenching our fist. So if we lay it flat or on our lap, then we are starting to tell our body, okay, we're not worrying about that right now. We're worrying about starting to relax. Let's relax. And some people, it's harder than others to relax, especially when you have a lot going on. So let's just go ahead. And when you're thinking and you're clearing your mind, I don't want you to think about what's going on for your schedule today. I don't want you to think about your work week. I want you to think about yourself and bring yourself to peace. I want you to think about you, your time, how valuable this is for you. And while you're taking those deep breaths, just continue to hold it and slowly let that air out. Slowly let that air out. We're not in a race. Another one. And while we're in a seated position, I want you to go ahead and just take a couple seconds and just share with yourself your intent. What is your intent? What is important to you right now, right at this moment? What are you so grateful for? If your intent is gratitude, but this session, let's try to make our intent something within ourselves. Sometimes we're just so used to caring and worrying about others. Let's think of this, even if it's my intent is to focus on my breath while in my practice. Let's think about that. In, out. And while we're breathing, let's just kind of rock a little back and forth. In, out. And while we're breathing in and out, let's put our left hand on our heart or on our chest, and let's put our right hand around our belly, our right arm around our belly. And by doing this, we are aware of our breath. So when you're aware of your breath, you're aware of your physical being. You're aware of how this breath is a sacred, needed part of your body. What needs to be the air in your lungs is special, it's sacred, it's needed. The air, the oxygen traveling through our body, through our cells, to our brain, to our heart. Let's be mindful of our breath with another couple deep breaths in and out. You feel that? You feel your lungs expanding? You feel your belly getting bigger? And then releasing it? You feel that? You cannot place a price tag on that. Breath and air is needed for survival. One more time. You can hum. You can own. do that, you can feel the vibration. Feel that vibration? That's life. That's you. That vibration is energy. Energy inside you. Let's do that again. And while we're doing that, just kind of rock back and forth. Down. Again, thank you all for being here today. I pray that this time with me, this morning, will be fruitful, and hopefully that it helps you set your tone for the rest of your day. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start our warm up. I want you to go ahead and take your left arm, place it on your right knee, and take your right arm, place it behind you, and do a gentle stretch. You're going to keep your back straight, turn and look towards your right shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to invite you to place your arms and stretch them down in the middle as far as you can go. You can put your head down on your lap if you're flexible enough, or just give yourself a good length, a good squeeze. And let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now we're going to take our right arm, putting it on our left shoulder. Our left knee. Take our left arm and place it back. Still sitting up straight. Give yourself a gentle twist. We're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that breath. Couple deep breaths here. One more. Then we're going to go back to the center. I'm going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that breath. Do another breath while we're in center mode. Okay. We're going to get back to our right side. Left hand on our right knee. Right arm back. We're going to look over our left shoulder for a gentle twist. I'm going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Okay, we're we're gonna take our left arm, we're gonna put it around our belly. We're gonna take our right arm and just do a slight bend. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do the same to the other side. Right arm across our belly, left hand, left arm stretch. To our right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. While we're still sitting down, let's just take a couple rocks. Kind of sway back and forth or in a circle. Let's release the tightness on our lower back and our shoulders. Okay, let's go the opposite direction. Let's put your whole body into it. Loosen up those muscles. I wanted to show you child pose again really quick because again, this is a safe space. My class is a safe class. The yoga mat should always be a safe space no matter where you're at. But if you need to take a break, if you're getting overwhelmed, then your child's pose is your neutral pose. Okay? On 4s, we're gonna go down. We're gonna widen our knees apart. We're gonna take our 2 big toes and put them together like a Y. They should be able to touch. And you're gonna get down on your knees. And I can't get down as far as I want to right now. But whatever your capabilities are is perfectly fine. You're not here to try to show off or hurt yourself because you see someone else doing anything. But and just lay like this. You can stretch your arms, head to the mat, or just lay. That's your child's pose. That's your safe space. You don't have to ask me. You can just do it, whatever feels comfortable for you. Okay? Now we're going to sit length of the mat and just stretch out our legs. Let's go ahead and rotate those ankles. Stretch out those calves. Toes pointed and toes flexed. Pointed, flex. Pointed, flex. Let's rotate those ankles. We're going to go ahead and reach for our ankles. You can go all the way down or touch all your ankles. Perfect, but don't feel like you have to do it if you can't. Again, we don't want anyone to get hurt. Okay, this is as far as you go. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to neutral seat. Let's lift our arms up. Hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Do it again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. arms up over our head. We're gonna get into prayer position. Let's just put our arms back like so and just do a gentle bend for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna do that a couple times. Let me see everybody do it. Remember, take your time and watch your breath. Be mindful of your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Remember, when you're stretching down to touch your knees, when we go back to that, to touch your ankles, then you don't have to, we don't want you to hurt yourself. Okay, go back up to that prayer pose, behind your back, and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Okay? I want everybody to get on all fours. To tabletop position. We're going to do our cat-cow. And while we are in our cat, we're going to hold our breath and then release. We're in our cat. We're going to hold our breath and release on our cow. So back out, arch your back, and then release. Put your belly down. Kind of stick your butt up some. All right, your toes can be tucked under. Okay, while we're in the tabletop neutral position, we're going to hold our breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And while we're doing this, feel free to wait to rock back and forth. Remember, we're also trying to open up those hips and kind of help with any back pain, lower back pain. So yeah. Okay. Next we're going to do what's called like a wavy cat. We're going to arch our back up, then go down towards our heels, go down, go up against your mat, and then back. And go across against your mat, and then back up like you're a fraidy cat. So this will help with opening up your hips and your lower back muscles. Try to go as deep as you can. Let me see you guys do a couple of those. I got kind of hot. I'm going to take my hoodie off, and if anyone else wants to, feel free. Make sure you're as wide as your mat. And when we're doing our wavy cat, try to go as deep down as you can. We're just gonna rock side to side. Just close your eyes. Just be mindful of your breath. This is all about you. Okay, what we're gonna do next, we're gonna tuck our toes up in, get a good grip, and we're gonna do downward dog. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your legs to your mat, to your hands. Lift up halfway to your knees. And just sway back and forth. Back down to your feet. And while we're here, just ragdoll. Just let loose. You can grab your elbows and swing side to side. Just let your head loose. Let your shoulders dangle. Back up. Release your breath. Okay. We're going to swoop our arms up. Deep breath. Do a gentle back bend of prayer hands. And release our breath and swoop back down. Again. And when we're doing this, you can bend your knees. Don't feel like you have to keep your knees straight. Whatever feels comfortable for you. And go back down. Plank position. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Chaturanga. Back up to downward dog. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to plank position. Down. Up. Downward dog. And while we're in downward dog, you can pedal your knees, move your hips, get a really good deep stretch. Again, plank position, down. Lift yourself up. Downward dog. Let's walk to our hands. Halfway fold. Back down to your toes. Give yourself a good stretch. You can also hold your two big toes with your index fingers. Give you a good stretch. Or you can also hold the back of your knees like so. Bend those legs if you need to. And take your tummy into your lap. Lift up. Okay. Everybody, just want you to take a couple deep breaths. You can hold your arms like this. Into your hands and hold opposite side elbows. And release. Just do a couple of those. Check on everybody. And just be mindful to your breath. Be mindful to your breath. Be mindful to your breath. Put your arms down. Put our arms down to our mountain pose. Let's get grounded again. Sometimes that upside down, downward dog can kind of mess with your head a little bit, especially if you're not used to doing that. Let's get ourselves back grounded in the middle of our mat. Remember, your mat, your sacred space. You do whatever you want to do on your mat. Whatever you're comfortable with on your mat. Just feel your toes. Feel how they feel on your mat. Feel the cushion. Open your legs up a little bit wider. Rock back and forth. Hands to your side. Remember, we're not clenching our fists. Clenching our fists takes too much energy. But let's put them to our sides. Just take your couple minutes to just ground yourself back in. Be mindful of your breath. We're going to do a side stretch. Take your right arm, gently stretch it onto your left side. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. And take our left arm, gently stretch to the right. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. We're going to take our shoulders an up and down roundabout motion. Just do it the other way. And the other way again. Okay. We're gonna do another swoop down to our mat. We're gonna swoop up and down. Just clear, get our lungs back clear. We're gonna get back on our mat. But this time I want us to, instead of, we're gonna go into tabletop position. And I want us to take our right knee and go into a lunge. So you're gonna take your right knee, right leg in front of you, your left leg, and I want you to do kind of like if you were in the middle of doing the splits, which I cannot do. And if you can't do it either, I wouldn't try, at least in this class, to do it. But we're gonna just deep get those back legs stretched out, back thighs. And just kind of lift your head up. We're gonna take a couple deep breaths. And then kind of release. And then we're going to put our knee and flex our foot. And keep stretching out those quads. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And back to tabletop position. Let's get our left knee, left leg and left knee. Same thing. As if we were trying to do a split, but we're not. Okay, we're gonna stretch that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right into this pose where we're stretching out the back part of our legs. Heels on your heel, toes up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swing that leg back around. We're gonna get our right leg for pigeon pose. See if you can swing your right leg around. That's it, good job, good job. And then that left leg, let's do our best to line up with our body as parallel as we can. And you are welcome, if you can, if you would like to, and if you can, to just rest your head and your arms down onto the mat. If you cannot do that, you can sit up like this with your arms down and your back straight. Or if you can't do neither one, and you are tired, you can go into child pose, which I showed earlier. Okay. And we're going to just stay here for a while and get ourselves a good stretch. So just take a couple some deep breaths in and out. Okay, I'm gonna go up and swoop to the other side. swoop around our left leg. Get our right leg straight. See if you can go as deep as you can and see if you can get that right leg as straight as you can. Okay? Just keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep being mindful of your breath. Try to see if you can stretch that back leg out a little bit more. Okay, bring your legs back in. And we're gonna go and just kind of stretch yourself out. Let's get back into tabletop position. Let's do another cat-cow. Just open your body up. Open your lungs up. Gently just rock side to side. And I want you to both all go. We'll wind it down and do our child's pose. See if you can stretch to the top of your mat. I'm sorry, I gotta take my glasses off so I don't crush them. You can just rest your head on the mat or rest it on your arms. Either way. Let's give ourselves a couple of breaths. Back up. Now we're going to move to our Shavasana. And while we're in Shavasana, we're going to be on our backs and sides if you need to. But while we're in Shavasana, this is a time for us to release. And I just want you to just let your mind just wander into somewhere peaceful. So everybody on the back. If you have a weighted blanket or bolster or pillow or anything you want to put on your back to lay under, or if you want to put a blanket on top of you, or if you have a weighted face mask, eye mask, you can put that on there too. Sometimes if I'm somewhere and I just want complete darkness and I can't get complete darkness, I'll just, just put like a blanket or something over my eyes. But I invite you to this space of the relaxation part of our practice for the day. And I want you to make yourself long and stretched out as you can. You're gonna place your hands by your side. Remember, we're not clenching fists. We don't want to use our energy for that. But we do want to have them to our sides with our hands open. And our ankles and our feet just relax. And I invite you to release your shoulders. You don't have to be tense for this. And we're just gonna close our eyes and just do a body scan. Making sure every part of our body is in a relaxed state of mind. We'll start with our toes. Wiggle your toes. And while we're doing this, be mindful of your breath. Take your deep breaths in and out. While we are going up the body, we are releasing any tension in our ankles, our shins, our legs. Our knees are to the sides. Our thighs. Hips. Up the part of our spine. Arms. Fingertips. Fingertips on our right and left side of our bodies. We're going to go up our arms to our shoulders and just release that tension in your shoulders. Relax those shoulder blades. Lay them flat. Think of all the tension that you need to release. Our spine. We're releasing any tension, any kinks, any knots. Think of your spine. Think of every little vertebrae that makes up your spine. And then just go up and down each one. And one by one, just release. Your breathing will help with that release. Remember, we are still in our mindset and our attention on why we're here today. Upper necks, our jaw. Release our jaw. Release our tongue. that tongue, release that jaw. Release your eyebrows, those forehead muscles, those frowning muscles that we use sometimes. Release. Let it go. Now just mentally do a body scan. From the top to the bottom. From the bottom to the top. You can hum. You can be perfectly quiet. Just do that bodily scan. Just release each muscle. Mindful of your breath. Go ahead and start if you can. If not, stay here for a couple seconds. Go ahead and start putting some movement in your toes, your ankles, your legs, your knees, your hands, your wrists, up your arms, your belly. Sometimes we hold a lot of tension in our stomach and our gut. Those of us who have digestive issues, sometimes it's because we're holding a lot of tension in our stomachs. Up our spine, waking everything up. Face. And I want you to get up and go ahead and join me in a comfortable seated position. And I want you to take a moment to just give a prayer of gratitude, thankfulness, a quick meditation. I'm just going to just be thankful that we're here today. Like I said at the beginning part of the class, thank you for this space. I thank you for this space. So let's just take a moment of that and just be thankful for this moment. I pray that you have a good rest of your weekend. I pray that you have a good week. I pray that whatever your intention was today in my class was fulfilled via clearing your mind, finding time for yourself, the community, or just wanting to be in your safe space. Please put your hands to prayer position, to your top of your head, your forehead. I thank you for your intent. I thank you for your peace of mind. To your mouth. I thank you for your speech. I thank you for your ability to advocate and your heart. I pray that you love others just as much as you love yourself and vice versa. Love yourself as much as you love others. And I thank you for joining me in this practice today. And I hope to see you soon. Namaste.